Hello, Princess. Good afternoon from Miami Lakes Farmers Market. This is actually a fairly decently sized one. There's a lot going on here. I am here mostly for lunch and just to check it out. Continuing our farmers market tour of South Florida. And I think I found a solution to the food truck problem. Maybe we'll try that next week. Anyway, yes, as I said, it is primarily lunchtime. So I've checked things out, have a kind of a plan. At least I know where I'm going to start. So let's go and get our first round. From Chatos Tacos, this is esquites. It is, well, basically Mexican street corn. And unlike Disney during Latin Heritage Month, they do have horchata. All right, that sweet corn was excellent. Best in current memory. Yes, the corn was nice and sweet and plump and juicy, especially if you're into that. And the spice mix was just perfect. The heat was good for me, although they can crank it up or crank it down as much as you want. And that little cup was only $5. I feel that is a tremendous value, especially given current time. So, wow. All right, off to a great start. It is now time to find something a little more substantial. Hellbiz, I guess they're selling a franchise for scooters. To be honest, the market is pretty saturated, although, let me tell you, I think they could have a huge hit and a winner with that particular device. Add a way to lock it, and people could actually ride their own scooters around town, something that is kind of missing. We'll actually talk about that soon. Still on the hunt. All right, Princess, here is a little warning. When you have to, and I hope you don't have to too much, deal with leftoids, you're going to notice something very quick. Very easy to decode, and don't let them trap you. The way they try doesn't really work, but you'll find that they almost always confuse aspiration with policy. So they'll come out and say, everyone should have access to healthcare, everyone should have a quality education, everyone should be able to breathe clean air. Okay, those are great aspirations, and everybody agrees with those. Nobody wants dirty air. I mean, that's just stupid. But the problem is your average, let's say, Democrat voter cannot differentiate the aspiration from the actual policy proposed, no matter how destructive it is. For instance, the Department of Education, the federal Department of Education, has basically run our schools into the ground, and it absolutely needs to be abolished. 100%. Send it back to the states. Let your local school boards decide everything. Now, you say this, it is the correct thing to do, but what these leftoids will start doing is whining and moaning and howling about your anti-education. You don't want kids to go to school. You want them to remain dumb and in the kitchen or whatever. No, not really. You're just being stupid because they can't separate the policy from the aspiration. So, yeah, and they do this on everything. I say get rid of the EPA. Doesn't mean I want dirty water or dirty air. Remember, I want clean water and clean air because I want to be out in the air and on the water. So I want it to be clean. So there you go. Don't let them trap you. They're unable to separate policy from aspiration. And, well, yeah, it makes things so much more difficult. Come on, they really need to get smarter on this. I am definitely seeing that unlike Pinecrest and Palmetto Bay and Key Biscayne, there's definitely a broader mix here. Well, actually, no, Key Biscayne had a lot of clothing vendors, but there are a number of, well, jewelry and little tchotchkes and accessory-type booths. Yeah, Pinecrest is definitely mostly food, and Key Biscayne was mostly clothes, and Palmetto Bay was, I don't know, how would we describe that one? From Pilas, this is a paisa bowl. Wow, there's a lot in here. Steak, rice, beans, chorizo, chicharron, plantains, egg, corn. Oh boy. I mentioned in my bike infrastructure video that the problem is the incompetent bureaucrats. And just to make sure that you and everyone in the court knows, bureaucratic incompetence is not limited to road infrastructure. It definitely also extends to transit infrastructure. And it seems that nothing ever changes, and that's the problem. And it's probably because, well, they spend so much time talking and studying and reviewing and getting comments and getting bribes, well, whatever, that nothing ever changes. So, All right, so transit engineers, transit planners, just don't bother to do all that, because you're just going to get it wrong. That's what history tells us. You keep getting it wrong despite all of this preparation and research and expertise. So here's what you do. Fail fast. Just make the change and see what happens. That's it. If people complain, well then they're the ones complaining. Put it to you that way. Just make the change. If it works, great. If it doesn't, roll it back. And the fact of the matter is, transit is so bad that when you do make the change, nobody's going to notice. Unless it gets better, and that's what you want. From Grace Cakes, this is a vegan vanilla cake. Yes, I said vegan. No, I actually did say vegan. Quick jump back in time because I forgot to tell you about the Paya Bowl and the vanilla vegan cake. Okay, Paya Bowl, not Paya, Paya Bowl was a big old bowl of meat. Absolutely delicious, wonderful, lovely. You know what, I guess, I don't know if there's some sort of South Pacific influence there with the egg and everything. That was kind of cool. Very, very delicious. And it was only like $15. So, yeah, it was reasonably priced as well. And the, that vegan vanilla cake was phenomenal. You cannot tell it's fake cake. Not at all. It was nice and smooth and delicious. The frosting also was lightly sweet and had a nice texture to it, and it was just like a normal regular cake. Like I said, you can never tell. If I was served to me like just randomly without me knowing, I would never know it was fake. So, well, great job, absolutely delicious. Yeah, well, if I ever see that booth again, I will definitely give that cake a try. I do have some for later, so I will get to enjoy it again. It was that good. Okay, well, back to then. And that's our trip to the Miami Lakes Farmers Market. A pretty good show here. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And interesting lesson on pricing, I will tell you, because yeah, things here cost about they're priced about 20% less than I'm used to after Palmetto Bay, Key Biscayne, The Grove, Pinecrest. Funny how that works. So yeah, well, that made it even more enjoyable. Had to do it. Before I go, let's grab some of Ma Charlotte's banana bread. Amendment. It is chocolate chip banana bread, which means it's only going to last 5 days instead of 10. Oh boy. Why do I do this to myself? I guess it is just another reminder, after this fun day here at the Miami Lakes Farmers Market, why I am so very thankful for my problems.